Tonight, breaking news as we come on the air. 2311 Racing and Front Row Motorsports have filed the lawsuit against NASCAR alleging violations. Kyle Larson wins the 2025 championship in Phoenix, clinching his second Cup Series title. NASCAR has decided to bring 750 horsepower to select short tracks and road courses. Championship weekend returns to South Florida, and NASCAR adopts a rotating season-end model. Welcome to VBS Evening News. We begin tonight with breaking news. Two NASCAR teams, 2311 Racing and Front Row Motorsports, have filed an antitrust lawsuit against NASCAR alleging that the charter team rules violate competition laws. The controversy deepened after offensive text messages from NASCAR executives surfaced, leading former owner Richard Childress to consider his own legal action, citing insensitive and disrespectful remarks from leadership. These developments could have far-reaching consequences not just for the current charterless structure, but for relationships between the sanctioning body and teams, and even for the sport's broader governance model. At the 2025 season finale at Phoenix Raceway in Avondale, Arizona, the Championship 4 showdown ended with surprising results. Kyle Larson, driving the number 5 for Hendrick Motorsports, clinched his second Cup Series title despite never leading a lap in the final race. The victory came with a dramatic late race caution and a two-tire pit stop gamble that vaulted Larson ahead of rivals. Meanwhile, 2025's strong performer Denny Hamlin, who led a race-high 208 laps at Phoenix, fell short after a late strategy call dropped him to 6th. Also in the Championship 4, William Byron and Chase Briscoe came up short. Byron suffered a blown tire late in the race and finished 33rd. Briscoe ended up in 18th. Larson's title is a textbook example of consistency and resilience. With 3 wins, 15 top 5 finishes, and 22 top 10s over the season, he proved that championships don't always go to the driver leading the most laps, but to the one who plays the long game. Tonight, NASCAR is making a power move. The sanctioning body has officially confirmed the return of 750 horsepower at select short track and road course events, a change many fans, teams, and drivers have been pushing for. In a sport defined by speed, NASCAR is turning the dial back up after several seasons capped at lower power output. Officials have announced that 750 horsepower will return, but only for a select lineup of tracks. The increase is expected to add intensity to fan-favorite circuits like Bristol, Martinsville, and Sonoma. Supporters say the high horsepower should challenge drivers on braking zones, throttle control, and corner exit, areas where raw talent separates contenders from the field. The move also makes a return to what many consider the sport's golden era driving dynamic, a style known for sliding, aggression, and unpredictable finishes. Expanding horsepower is seen as a push to improve racing quality and fan engagement heading into the next generation of the sport. No full schedule has been released yet, but teams are already preparing for a more demanding technical year. One thing seems certain: when 750 horsepower returns, so does the fight. Another major announcement: NASCAR is changing how its season will end after 4 years in Arizona. The sport will rotate championship weekend from track to track, beginning with a return to South Florida. A new era is coming to NASCAR's postseason, and this time the finale won't just have one home. Officials have introduced a rotating model for the most important weekend of the year, the Cup Series Championship. The first stop of the new rotation, Homestead Miami Speedway, a track long celebrated for wide racing lanes, tire wear, and late race comebacks. Many fans remember it as the site where legendary battles and careers were settled under the Florida sun. While only the first location is confirmed, The new format opens the door for iconic venues nationwide to host NASCAR's biggest night, from Las Vegas to Charlotte to Darlington and beyond. The goal: fresh finales, fresh drama, and a national spotlight that moves with the sport. With Miami set to host the first rotating championship weekend, NASCAR is steering toward a more flexible postseason, one where the title fight could shift to an entirely new backdrop year after year. We'll be back in few after this short ad break.
VBS is the official home for the NNRL. Watch now on VBS.
Alrighty, well, that's the latest from the world of NASCAR and motorsports as a whole. Horsepower returning to the track and the championship finale preparing to travel the country once again. Two major changes, one evolving sport. We'll continue tracking updates as the season approaches, including schedule details, team responses, and what these decisions could mean for racing at the highest level. For now, thank you for joining us. I'm your anchor. Stay safe, stay informed, and enjoy the race ahead. Good night.